if there's one thing you can count on, it's hype making minors do inappropriate concepts. I swear to God, what is going on behind the scenes at this company? Because this is just getting out of hand at this point. If you're unfamiliar, Enhypen just made their comeback after a pretty long time, and the song Bite Me, first of all, is such a bop, but second of all, brings back almost nostalgic second generation sexy concept. And it would be okay if Nikki, the youngest member of the group, wasn't still 17. And I know a lot of people are gonna argue he's older in Korean age. Yes, he is 18 technically in Korean age, but in Korea the age of adulthood is not 18, it's 19. Anyone under 19 is still considered a minor. And your argument that you want to make about Korean age doesn't last anymore, because literally next month that system is being abolished. So international age is now what's going to be considered Korean age as well. So that's that. And the concept, even though the song is pretty sexy and the vibe of it is that way, it's supposed to be very sensual, the lyrics are also insinuating more than actually implying, blatantly sexual lyrics. I mean, like, if you've heard Card's recent comeback, you know what I'm talking about in terms of blatant lyrics. But with Enhypen's, it's more like implication based. But the thing that doesn't bother me that much about this being a sexy concept and having a 17-year-old in it is that he's not put in a compromising position. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't any inappropriate choreography, there isn't any inappropriate scenes. It's just the overall vibe of the song that is really bad. Even the lyrics are not like blatantly sexy. They're more so innuendos, and if you look at their concept and then look at the lyrics, it makes more sense, because they're trying to do the vampire concept, which they have been doing for a while. They've just revitalized it right now with it being such a big trend in K-pop right now. So their whole concept's that. The thing that I want to talk about more than anything else is how the fans have reacted to this, and just how embarrassing it is to call yourself an engine right now because of the way the fans have reacted. So if you haven't watched the music video during the chorus choreography, they have something that I think I'd call it a pair dance. I don't think it's actually a couple dance in a way. I mean, they don't do any ballroom based choreography in it. It's just like a pair dancing together, and it is the Enhypen members along with a few female dancers. So each Enhypen member is doing the choreography with a subsequent female dancer, and this has just blown up out of proportion for sure, but just blown up on the internet that how are they doing it, the fans are not gonna like it, and this and that. And it just shows you that no matter how much you think you have made progress in this matter in K-pop, like we talk about how, maybe people will be more okay with idols dating now or having more autonomy. They clearly won't. I feel like concepts like this were more accepted before than they are now, and idols had more freedom to be themselves in the second generation than they do in the fourth generation. Because what is this nonsense? How are you boycotting a comeback that we've all waited for so long because there's a pair dance? I'm so glad they decided to let the women in the choreography wear masks, because if their identities were revealed, I kid you not, these fans would literally go bombard them with like death threats, if at the least. We can't even imagine what the worst case situation would be. And yes, there are a lot of people right now who want to talk about how inappropriate this concept is for Nikki, but these are also the same people who didn't say anything when he was doing songs like Fever, which is as blatantly exploitative in putting a minor in an uncomfortable position as it gets. Like, it's up there with New Jeans doing Cookie. That's how bad Fever and Nicki and the other members also who were minors at the time is. So, I love how these fans have taken up this stance just out of convenience and not out of actual necessity or actual, protection that the members deserve. And it is disheartening. It is really disheartening to see this. Also because the news that came out literally today morning, I woke up and that was the first thing I saw, was how these fans have sent, they have this thing called trucks, like digital board trucks in Korea. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else in the world, so that's the best way I can describe it. But they have these trucks which have like messages that put on them. They have literally sent these trucks with messages to the Hybe building, asking for, not even asking, demanding for these choreographies with these female dancers to be removed. So this is what the truck says. Belift Lab, who made a fool out of the waiting fans, the company that deters the future of the artist, the company that doesn't have any will to grow, the label under Hybe that has the least power, the perpetrator who causes fans to leave, Belift Lab, removed the choreography with the female dancers completely, only put the 7 members on stage. I mean, what? Just what the hell? I genuinely hope that the person who sent this isn't over the age of 12, because if you are, how embarrassing. How embarrassing of you as a grown adult to partake in this conversation. What do you mean that the company is embarrassing them? This song is great. The choreography is great. Visually, the whole concept is so good. I don't say this about a lot of comebacks, but this comeback was one of the first that I've heard in a while, that I listened to for the first time and was just like in love with it. That doesn't happen for me. I think the last time that happened was with Anti-Fragile and the Seraphim. Like, it takes me a time to like a comeback. But I heard this song and immediately I was like, this is a good song, because they did so well with it. And sure, the song has its criticisms. Again, putting Nicki in this position wasn't nice, or putting any of the members in this position wasn't nice when they're young. And you know how Hybe is exploitative. Although it is a more tamed version of, putting minors in compromised positions, so that makes it palatable. But even with the song, like, it's so short. That is my biggest complaint about the song, that it's literally 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 50 seconds. It's not even, it's like 2.5 minutes, the song. And it doesn't have like a bridge that leads to a final chorus, which would have made it so perfect. But it has good aspects of it, like the pre-chorus being a rap is so cool. I mean, it's a great comeback, and I hate that it's going to be overshadowed by these fake fans who pretend to care about the members and, the underage members being over-sexualized, but all they care about is owning them. You do not care about Enhypen. You do not care about any idol if all you think about is how they can be beneficial to you and not how they can be beneficial overall. Like, this is a interesting concept for them to explore, removing the fact that Nicki is 17. This is an interesting direction for them to go creatively, and visually it looks really good. Other than those white jackets, though, I don't know what they were doing with those unnecessarily beaded jackets. Fashion-wise, that was not a smart decision. But overall, the comeback's really good, and you want it to succeed. So you can't sit and cry about it just because you're jealous. That is so immature. Please grow up. But yeah, that's all I have to say. What do you think about it? Do you think that the fans are justified? I know a lot of these fans who are talking like this are Korean fans, and there's big cultural difference between the way Korean fans approach K-pop versus how international fans approach K-pop. So do share your thoughts about that. But yeah, that's all for me. Bye.